Good morning, my loves. Happy Saturday. It is a beautiful day here at the lake. It's a little chilly. It's in the 60s for the next couple of days, and it's going to go back to the 70s. So life is good here. However, life is not so good in the Midwest. I know Oklahoma, Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri, Illinois, some places are expecting up to 9 inches of snow. They're getting hit hard. So that's what we're talking about today. How to handle the winter weather. If I'm from the Midwest originally, born and raised in Kansas, so I know what they're going through. I remember all too well snow up to your waist, during a blizzard, and it's awful. If you know a storm is coming, days in advance, follow the weather, especially during the winter. Here in Arizona, we track it during the summer. In the Midwest, you kind of have to track it during the winter more than anything. If you know days in advance that a storm is coming, hit the grocery store, stock up on whatever you need. Don't wait till the last minute. And so many people do. And then they complain that the store's, out of everything, you think? So just be smart. And I know you're going to take care of your house, of course. Take care of yourself in your house. Make sure you have plenty of food and toilet paper, of course, and paper towels and all that stuff, which is wise. But do me a favor, please, if you would, please. Check on your neighbors, especially those that have physical challenges, housebound, maybe they have the flu, the elderly, and there's a lot of parents that work. And, they pull 12-hour shifts. Maybe they're law enforcement, firefighters. And I remember from back, when I worked at the hospital years ago, there's a lot of people that work at the hospital. That's 12-hour shifts, and they leave their kids alone, thinking they'll be able to make it home after their shift. And their kids are anything from, 10 years old to 14, and they'll be fine, for 12 hours. Well, that's, you know your child. I'm not making a judgment call, but think ahead if you know a storm's coming. Make sure there is plenty of food to last several days for all ages of kids. Make sure your kids know how to take care of each other. And please, if you're a neighbor, check in on these kids. Make sure they're okay. Don't just assume, oh, they're fine, they're out there having snowball fights. Yeah, maybe they're not. Maybe somebody has strep throat, appendicitis, the flu. Maybe they're just scared. Check on them. Just check on them. It's that easy. Keep in mind, during storms, and I know most people are saying, well, what kind of idiot is she? Well, just listen, because a lot of people, I talked to somebody the other day, and that's why I'm doing this video. I talked to somebody, and we were talking about the storm coming in, and oh yeah, they've done the shopping, and they're ready for it. And I said, y'all have a generator? And they said, no, we don't have no generator. We got a fireplace, but we don't have any wood. You might want to think about that. You might want to have some wood handy if you're going to use the fireplace. I said, well, what are y'all going to do if the power goes out? Well, we got the microwave. Honey, if the power goes out, the microwave won't work unless you have the generator. So let's use a little common sense, okay? Just think. Buy, appropriate food that doesn't need to be refrigerated. In case, power goes out, the refrigerator and everything in it, it's going to go south very quickly. Don't, and if you're buying food for neighbors, don't buy them canned goods and stuff if they have arthritis and can't open the cans. If, it's something that's going to need to be heated and they don't have a way to heat it. Think before you shop. That's all I'm saying. Lunch meat, peanut butter. There's all kinds of stuff that you can get that, will help you make it through. But please check on your neighbors, please. I know a lot of people are getting space heaters, which are great, that will warm a room, but it can also start a fire. So make sure you and everybody in your household is educated about how to live around a space heater, including pets. I don't want to hear about anybody's pets being injured. And buy plenty of food for your pets. Bring your pets in. If you can, bring your cats and your dogs inside. I don't care if it's an inconvenience. It's inconvenient, for them to be stuck out in tons of ice and snow with no food and water. So just be a good neighbor to your pets, to other people's pets. Be a good citizen, bottom line. And I know this is probably one of the dumbest videos because it's just common sense. And this, the storm's already hit, but I hope ahead of time you got gas in your car. Do you know where your shovels are in case somebody needs to shovel the walk or the drive? If you see a neighbor out shoveling, keep an eye on them because people can slip and fall, break a leg, break a hip, dislocate a shoulder, have a heart attack. Keep your eyes open, okay? If somebody's pet gets out, get the pet in your garage, bring it in the house, and let your neighbor know, okay? Just be nice. Bottom line, play nice. Extend to others the same courtesy you would like extended to you and your family. People get stranded. They're trying to get home. Their car hits a patch of ice, goes off the road. If you see a family on the side of the street, stranded, especially if they have little ones and babies, get them in your house. Just bring them in and get them warm. Be kind. It's that simple. Pull together during things like this. It's not rocket science. It's just being kind and being a good neighbor. And yeah, there's a lot of people that think I'm full of shit. Absolutely. I'm from the Midwest, and this is a Midwest core value. This is how we are raised. When tragedy hits, when storms hit, you take care of each other. And I'm very, very proud to be having been raised a Midwest girl. This is how I am. This is who I am, and I'm damn proud of it. Absolutely. So please, take care of your own, you, everybody in your house and your pets, and keep track of your neighbors. Make sure that they have their medications. Everybody's okay. Call on people just a couple times a day if you can. Just in the morning, are you doing okay? And then before you go to bed, you all doing okay? It's that simple. Be there for each other. Okay. That's it. Pretty plain, pretty simple, pretty basic. It's called common sense. Let's put it to practice. I've given you the tools. Now pick them up and use them.